Oh, somebody was burning their history.
People abuse it. It's so unfortunate.
Did the person survive? Did they die?
Good morning from Lake Havasu City, BLM. It's February 2024. John and I are still avoiding the cold up north by staying in the Arizona deserts, where we've been doing this now for 3 consecutive winters. And we've noticed a very disturbing trend on our public lands. Massive amounts of trash. What is it like living by all this trash? And what can be done about it? John and I usually try to go for some type of hike every day if we can. Doesn't always happen because we're either packing up and moving or just arriving somewhere. So it's moving days we don't generally hike. But if we're stationary, we like to hike. But yesterday was a big one. We went into Sarah's Crack and had some fun and did that little mini obstacle course. Today, we're just like, you know what? Let's just go hang out in the sun, take a little walk, nice and slow around camp, and then go back to the trailer. John says this is the back of the camp. And John said somebody was back here for weeks building this up. There's I guess, I don't want to step on the steps, but there's a piece of a truck back there. I think he slept back there, I don't know. Obviously that's wind protection. And then down here you have where he had his fire. Somebody did a little rock art out there.
See the rock formation?
Yeah, walk it. I think it's made for walking. Yeah, this camp has been through a lot. I'm wondering what that cross is up there. Was there yesterday? Yeah, you're supposed to walk it, huh? It's like you're supposed to kind of feel the zen or something. I don't know. Here's camp. Last year there was a leftover, somebody left their jet ski back here with no motor and with the trailer, and it was just sitting back here. There's been tires. This year they are enforcing the 14-day limit in this campground. This is the Lake Havasu BLM. And if you watched my other video, there's state land. Was it like 2 miles away, 1 mile away, going towards town? Yeah, state trust land. Did a video on that, and I'll link it. They kicked us out while we were there. They closed it to camping while we were there. So things are changing. Things are changing. People have come out here and abused the land. They stay longer than they're supposed to for months. You know, I'm supposed to stay here for 14 days. I'll admit I'm guilty of that myself. I've stayed here for 30 days and then I'll leave and come back maybe a month later or so, which is fine. That's fine. You leave for a month, you come back, but you're not supposed to stay here for 30 days. But there is no but. I shouldn't have broken the rules, but I have. But there's people out here that have stayed here for 4 or 5, 6 months. I know because when I leave in March or so sometimes, and I'll come back a few months later, maybe in October as I'm cruising through, because my mom lives nearby, the same campers are here, but it's 95 degrees. It's hot. All right, enough of my yammering. What perplexes me is what people think will burn and then sit around a campfire smelling these toxic fumes, and they're just burning. This is what people burn. I mean, really, this is their possessions. Like, there's a frame there, a picture frame, and bits and pieces of, there's cups.
Wow, this looks like somebody trying to get rid of their history. Nicolette. Oh, somebody was burning their history. Oh, he was angry. Oh, he burned all her stuff. There's a photo right here. It says Nicolette. Let's see. 2018. Looks like maybe a little girl. She's got little girl shoes on. Well, unfortunately, it looks like a sad situation there. And I guess she couldn't get rid of the rest of it. So, you know, let's just leave it here. Even though 2 miles away, there's a huge dumpster that you can put it all in for free. Yeah. I don't understand why people don't. Anyway, it's just something I think about every day. Every day. This land was set aside for the public use and people abuse it. It's so unfortunate. On, what's just down here?
I believe that's where we met about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago, January 1st. Right down there. Can't see it, you're in the bush.
Cactus? I'm 200 years old.
Yeah, you are. If you're a saguaro. Yeah, we met just right down there. Memories. Is that a sad song? Maybe I shouldn't be singing that one. Here's more of whatever was left behind. I'm sure it was all strewed about, and I'm gonna guess that the camp host came by and put it together. There's more over here. What is this? This is a freezer, a refrigerator. Holy moly. That is definitely not RVers coming out here. This is locals, because unless you're gonna put it in your trailer and travel around with it, which you're not going to. Yeah, this is locals coming out here and dropping this stuff. What the heck? Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. You guys can make your own conclusions about this one. Right there, was it a couple years ago? There was a car that somebody had left, and sometime late at night and early morning, some guys came and raided it and stripped it some more. So it was sitting there for a while. It's gone now, obviously. On the other side, where you see a fifth wheel over there, there was a, was it burnt out or just abandoned Class A for a while?
It was abandoned.
It was abandoned, and people, of course, come and strip it. So, yeah. And then, of course, there's the Class A that burned down. John says this was here as of at least last spring, right?
Yeah.
2023. Yeah, I remember seeing it. I just didn't know how long it was here. And who knows? Did the person survive? Did they die? What happened? But that's what's here amongst the nice RVs and the campers, as you can see. Up there used to be a big water tank, and I did take pictures, so I will be putting that up on this video. But yeah, there's be a water tank up there, and they removed it last year. We have seen a lot of changes in this camp. A lot of people come and go, a lot of dogs, a lot of campers, a lot of trash, many abandoned vehicles and RVs and trailers. This free camping and public land stuff it's changing. I was reading yesterday. Gosh, I wish I remember where I saw it. If I remember, I'll note it. But somebody else was talking about how stuff was closing in California too. Oh, I know what it was. It was Catherine Gregory, her latest video. I've watched her for years. She was talking about out of Lone Pine, the Alamo Hills. Is that the name of it? I can't remember, but they closed the camping up there. She says, I've had so many beautiful memories, but she made it sound nice. She said, this is an example of land that was loved to death. That was very sweet of her. She could have said, like I say, you effed it up. Yeah. I think Catherine and I are thinking the same way. We're sad that our public lands are being destroyed by a-holes. Here's our camp. Somebody put up some rocks and stuff. But look at that! We should make a little garden out of it, maybe. We noticed a lot of tires around camp, so I think the dump here doesn't take tires, and apparently toilets either. But that's just the beginning. There's rugs down here. Look at that. Aw, how pretty. And then there's some more crap down there too. So if you're thinking of living this lifestyle, you have to be used to this stuff too in some campgrounds. Most are not like that though. Usually it's the ones that are closer to towns and cities, mostly cities, good-sized cities. And most people, I would say 90% plus, do take care of their stuff, and they respect the land, they respect the campground, they respect each other. Actually, the campsite we're in right now, the guy that left this area right before, the camp host said that he dumped his black tank here. Dumped it. And the camp host had to come and clean it. I have no words about that one. Big bigger. There you go. It's done. So you're probably wondering, but Ellie, you're complaining so much. Why don't you do something about it? You're right. You're right. We do take care of our own campsites. We never dump here. The most I'll ever dump is dirty. It's like when you have your pan and you put water in it to clean out a little bit of the food particles, and then I'll dump it in a fire pit. That's the most I'll usually dump. We do try to leave the campsites a little better maybe than when we got here. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. That means, you know, cleaning up some trash that is around. Obviously there's a toilet and tire in our campground right now, our campsite right now, and we're not picking those up. That takes, we don't have the facility, the ability to do that. I just looked up picking up trash in public lands, and there are events where people will come out to the BLM and the national forests and stuff and pick up trash. So you know what, I think I'm gonna start looking into those as I cruise around. I've been out here long enough to see what I see, and I've seen a lot of misuse of our public lands, so I think I might start maybe working with the National Forest or the BLM, and as well as others, and help clean it up a little bit and see what else I can do.